Hey everyone, it's Robert A. and Pastor Jax. Thanks for joining us this week, going M.I.A. with us, a support group we've started since the quarantine hit to give us all an outlet and support group to be able to come together and share information on how to grow in our mental health and how to be able to heal some of the ills that we experience on a day-to-day basis, from work stress to real life trauma. So thanks for joining us tonight.
Please remember, no content on this channel, regardless of date, should ever be used as a substitute for direct medical advice from your doctor or any other qualified clinician. If you feel the need to seek medical advice or are having suicidal thoughts, you must seek professional help immediately. Reach out to your primary care physician, your local emergency room, or the National Suicide Prevention Line at 1-800-273-8255.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. What's up, Pastor? How you doing, man? I think it's funny because we really like this is really our first time talking for like the last 3 or 4 weeks. Like when I so it's interesting.
Yeah,
Well, what's up, man? How you doing?
we have. I've been good, man. We haven't had our walk in the park. Is what I'd like to. Is
Yeah,
this an
we haven't had
endorsement?
anything. No, because you didn't say the name, so we good.
I'm in an endorsement for ginger ale.
Oh, I know. I tried to turn the camera. I mean, turn the can so that, but then I had to drink it all weird. I really was conscious of that.
Yeah,
Um,
yo, if you got this,
All right, we got people here. So people are here now. What's going on, guys? So the topic this week is using or losing perspective, and I think it's an important topic given what we've discussed so far, and I think it's going to be an important thing to really help grow in some areas based on some things that we have planned to talk about. Pastor Jackson and I are ready and excited. You see, he has his stylist working right now to be able to get some things up.
oh, because I got my books already ready, so I'm like, let me get them, type them up. Go ahead.
And again, if you all are new to the support group, thank you for joining. We do invite you all to comment in the comment section and discuss the things that are on your heart, even though we haven't given pointed topic. It's just to direct the conversation. But again, we're a support group, and if there's anything burning on your heart that you'd like to share and discuss, please feel free to interject the conversation for that. As always, also, I'll put in the comments right now, we have a private chat. If you want to be anonymous, you can click that link in the comments and be able to comment with us anonymously. So thank you all for the ones who are here. And Pastor Jackson, we've been discussing this issue on perception, man. And, oh, Beja's here. Beja said, hey, guys, what's up, Beja? Thanks for joining.
What's up, baby?
I'm going to show an image real quick, and I want everyone to see it. So this is not something I made up. This is a psychology experiment. And looking at this image, what you see is an image, but what you also see is like your perspective of the image, right? Because if I were to ask you which line is longer, you would obviously choose the bottom line, right? And if I tell you that both lines are equal length, mathematically they're both 4 inches long, having that fact still doesn't change your perception. You know what I mean, Clarence? It still doesn't change the fact that you see
Yeah.
the bottom line as longer, even though you have the facts that your perception isn't true. So, I just wanted to have a conversation around that, around, when to use your perspective and when you kind of have to lose your perspective in order to stay mentally healthy and mentally fit. But before that, I want to make sure I acknowledge Ava. She said, hi, everyone. Jeanette's here. She said, hey, family.
What's up, Ava?
Comment
Hey, Jeanette.
comment in the comment section if you see this image, if you see the bottom line is longer. Even though I just told you that both lines are equal length, tell me if you're able to manipulate your mind to some degree to be able to make that look that way in your mind. So what do you think about that, Clarence? I think that's interesting.
Yeah, the bottom line, in my mind, in my imagery, is definitely longer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I don't care what nobody. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. But no, the bottom line does strike me as longer. Here's how I look at it. I look at the top line as closed ended, and the bottom line is open ended.
That's exactly what it is.
Right. So I look at
Go ahead.
So I look at the top line pretty much as like a closed ended mindset, a closed ended focus or trajectory. And look at the bottom line as it's open ended. And when you're a little bit more open ended, it might seem longer because you're able to see things differently. And sometimes the scenic route can be the longer route.
Mm.
And when you're trying to just get there fast, you just don't have a perspective of maybe if I take this left or this right. And so, yeah, I see the top again. The top is open ended. I mean, excuse me, closed ended, and the bottom as open ended. And I'm putting this image back up for my viewers as well. But yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, man. I think that's interesting because Ava said that she can see how they are the same length. Ava always want to see how things are the way they're supposed to be. Um, she said
Ava is
she said they
always
lost
neutral,
us.
and and Ava, I need you to stick around because sometimes you are on my side.
so Clarence, knowing that both of these lines are the same length, if this were a test and it said which line is longer, what answer would you put on the test? Because I think that's like a life scenario, like having all the information and having your perspective, and then still having to come up with an answer, right? So what honestly would you answer if I told you, hey, the answer to number two is they're the same length, and then you looked at this and it said which line is longer, what would you choose?
Well, if the question were phrased, which line is longer, there would have to be an option
Okay, it'll
C.
be yeah, A, B, or neither. C. So C is an option.
Yeah,
Neither
it
is
would
an
have to
option.
be option. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
It
gonna
would
drink
have
some
to
of my
be because
Canada. I'm
if
gonna
you
drink
just
some of my
gave A
ale.
or B,
So yeah, there's a C option.